that this is what you want from me, that this is where you wanna be. Your best and my own.
Also, I want to say, what are like some of the costs that come with being an independent, up and coming R&B artist in today's day and age? Like,
you won't eat, man. You can't buy wigs. Like one wig a year, boy. You gotta sacrifice. Like, it's a sacrifice. Like, literally, you sacrifice so many things. It's like the other day I was like, oh, really just like, all right, I already know how to drive. Let's just get this license. Let me just do this. How much it's gonna cost? Oh, great, studio. That's like studio for 5 hours. Like, do you know what I mean? There's like, I want to travel. Okay, but I need to bear in mind that each month I'm going to be recording. Each month I'm gonna have to put out cover art. It costs money. To record is like from £15 to £30 an hour. You need about 4-6 hours each time to record. To mix and master, £200, and that's just to finish the song, and then to buy the beat, 200 upwards. So that's just the song.
That's just making the song before you even get it to the people and like make music videos and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of people cut corners these days?
If they know people, like if you know someone that will record you for free, which is very unlikely, it's hard. So listen, you gotta hustle, man. You gotta do some stuff to get.
But at the end of the day,
some people be doing some stuff to get where they need to get to. That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
You gotta,
But you know what? You have to invest in yourself, right?
1000%.
You have to invest in yourself, and it's gonna come into fruition as you're starting to see.
1000%. I believe that. Like, it's in any other way. Like, I truly believe that every single penny that I've ever inputted into the dream is going to come back to me tenfold, for sure.
100%.
You're banking on yourself, basically.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're like, I don't know, like some sort of cryptocurrency. You know, and you're just putting money in. You might not see it this year, next year, but in the years to come you will.
Hopefully you see it, yeah.
Amen.
So do you feel that R&B artists are appreciated in the UK?
No. We're getting used to R&B now. We're like embracing it again.
Yeah.
Each genre has to come round, isn't it? So it's coming round again. Even there was a time, remember, like when trap soul was out, people wasn't really messing
Like Bryson
with
Tiller vibes.
Yeah, we wasn't really messing with the traditional R&B.
Yeah.
Anymore. So it's coming round again finally. But we don't. I think in the UK in general, we don't appreciate people that often. We wait for other people to think things are popping before
you jump on and say.
It's all a bit of a bandwagon, isn't it?
But don't miss this one, child. No, you miss this one, I'm gone. I'm not gonna come back.
So what kind of UK R&B artists do you listen to now, or that you see them and think, okay, in 3 years, 5 years time, I want to be kind of where they are or surpass them or whatever? Like what?
I mean, for me, my goal is always like, it's not even just to be the biggest artist of the UK. I just want to be a well-known singer-songwriter, period, everywhere. But yeah, like there's Jack James, he's great. Like, I like the song that he just dropped. I don't think Scripps Riley is an R&B artist, but I really like him. Shay Universe is really good. She's good.
She's cool.
Bella's doing really good. Like, everybody in the UK now is like really growing. I don't listen to that much UK stuff. I don't really listen to that much music, period. Yeah. I don't really listen to music all the time. Let's be in all honesty.
Do you think in order for an R&B artist to kind of get that recognition, they need to be like on a prominent feature with someone who's a lot bigger than them?
Yeah, I think features help. Like, it's like a cosign, isn't it? It's like people saying, solidifying, yes, this is who
that
you
person
are.
is.
And listen to this, and their whole fan base will go and look. So I just think that what happens is just, we need platforms, we need structure, we need an industry to back it. That's what it is. So we need the right finances and the money to allow it to happen. Because you can have great ideas, but you need the capital to make it work.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think enough money is pumped into UK R&B by labels?
I don't know how much they invest in artists, but people don't also want to manage women as well, like, because...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's expensive, you know? The hair, the makeup, the outfits,
Mate, you might even need to buy them a new body.
Well, I heard they doing it over there. I know they do that in America, like... It's crazy. So it is difficult, but I think it's worth it. I think, the thing about, especially someone if you're a songwriter as well, you're always going to write for people. Yeah. Even if you don't want to sing that day or that month or that year, you can always pen songs.
But do you think that's an issue? Because ultimately, when it comes down to it, it's supply and demand, isn't it? If people want to listen to, if drill is hot, people... Like, they're going to put more money into drill because that's what's hot, that's going to sell.
1,000%.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
and if R&B is not
it?
hot in the UK, for example, even though we've got some like really good artists coming through, like they will obviously don't want to put as much in. Is it that simple, or do we have to look at it from a different?
I feel like it is that, but at the same time, again, I feel like the structure of like is changing anyway, and I think people are like realizing we want to invest in people who we just think are good, and not necessarily popular.
Definitely.
Because if we're always gonna go through like what's popular, then you're always gonna have like a crappy like pool of what's mainstream. You're always gonna have like dry stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's just gonna be gimmicks and not true music and true musicians. Like you've noticed in America, it's changing now. Like good quality artists, like a Giveon can stand and be a Lucky Day can exist. Do you know what I mean? A Lucky Day couldn't have existed when there was trap soul. Nobody probably would have cared. But he all his incredibleness can happen now. Do you know what I mean?
Do you feel like you mentioned those people, and I feel like they're super talented, like, especially Giveon. Like he's
sick.
He's so sick, Sick. But I almost feel like in America, because it's such a bigger space for people to exist, Giveon could just be big in one state
1,000
and still make enough money to live a really, 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 really good lifestyle. Whereas in the UK, because it's quite a small market, even in terms of population, you need a lot more. You almost need the whole of the UK to be on your side for you to make it to like the mainstream headline kind of thing.
But that's the thing with anywhere, like wherever you're from, they're usually the last to kind of like take you over the line. Like with rappers, you're lucky. Usually your ends will like, especially back in the day, like
you rap your ends,
mate.
They
you on the street, on the corner,
and everyone will know you in your area. Then south, east, west, north. Before you know it, it's like a lot of people in the UK know you. I just feel like now, luckily, the internet has provided. Some of your listeners might be from all over the world. Like sometimes I go and check, and I'm like, oh wow, like here, what the hell? Like just
how did they even hear you?
Honestly, it'll be the most randomest place. Like, it's just like wow. So I feel like we're realizing that it's not just area based. You can be big in Europe.
But that's the thing as well, because this is a lot of the thing that we talk about with the R&B artists, is like they have to go to America to actually fully fulfill the potential.
Because look at LMA, she was on like Chip's song Hit Me Up ages ago. And it took, Boo'd Up to go big in America for her to really just catapult. And
a
to
lot
be
of
fair,
Americans thought she was American.
But Americans, but they have a really good formula. They understand how to make banging songs. Like they know how to do it. They
and
just
put it
know.
out and distribute it and stuff.
They have that American dream. There's like a different kick, peppiness there. To us, we're a bit more like,
with just hair kind of.
Then what? You so talented. Like, you could be the next song. So we're like, we gotta get you in studio with this. That's their energy. Like you mean UK people's like, no, you're proper talented. Like that's it.
That's cool. He said that's just chill. Isn't it? Like, but also I was gonna say, because people like, for example, like Craig David, he had to go to America. He went to America eventually, and I don't think it quite connected over there. You have people like him that went over, but you have a few artists that, and even Angel spoke about recently on the CZ Mill show, and he spoke about having to not being appreciated in the UK and having to potentially go over to America. Now he's trying to go to America and like create a name there. That pressure to feel like my people are not going to support me like that. I have to kind of go over to kind of do something big. Like, do you think about that on a daily? Do you feel like...
Of recent, I think about, like, especially, like, when after Sweet Love, I did the video and stuff, I was thinking about it, but especially when, like, the way people reach out, like, someone from America reached out to me, and it was just, like, the way she was so happy, like, oh, my gosh, like, I'm so happy I found you, you're so amazing, blah, blah. And then once she's like, yo, what? You're British? Oh my gosh.
It's that extra incentive, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think sometimes with the UK, we're just like, we don't really take it in as much. But it's normal because I feel like it happens over there too. I'm sure someone in Atlanta, an artist from Atlanta, is probably going to be appreciated much more for who they are by someone who's foreign to them. So I just think there's so much pressure in music anyway. So do I need another bag to carry? Maybe not. But you just can't do it to yourself. You just have to believe that whatever's meant for you will happen. Wherever you're meant to be is where you're going to be, and that's going to be the right place for you. So that's what I think anyway. I don't overthink anymore. No point.
Also, I was going to ask you about the prominent kind of stars in the UK. Like, for example, you have people like Sam Smith, you have Adele, who they kind of do a hybrid of like R&B / pop /
soul. I mean, they're soulful a little bit.
So they've kind of got like a hybrid kind of thing, but for them it works. Like Adele is very successful. Sam Smith is very successful.
But would you see them as R&B artists though?
I wouldn't say they are.
Yeah,
they're not R&B, but they definitely straddle the line of.
Oh yeah, they do.
They have
like
soulful
Adele makes
voices.
certain songs where it's like Beyonce could have sang that, or Usher could have sang one of Sam Smith's songs. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially his debut album, like that was a very. I felt like that he straddled the line between like pop and R&B really well, and I really love that album. But my point is, it's like certain people get mainstream success. Like, would you say Ed Sheeran is an R&B artist?
But I think he definitely uses R&B melodies, and any white person that does a riff or run gets saying, "Oh, you got a bit of soul in you." But I just think that, you know, black people sometimes we get boxed in. We're not allowed to do the pop, even though we are like the blueprint. Half of these genres are ours, like rock, whether it's jazz
100%.
is ours, all of these things. House, techno, they originate with black people. So sometimes we get boxed in. We don't get allowed to do those things.
Of course, yeah.
Anytime we sing, it's just R&B. But it's not. R&B is not the only genre. And like, even genres don't really matter anyway, because music is all derived from one and the other. Like, it's all one and the same.
It's all blurred, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all very blurry.
boundaries.
So you feel like they're allowed to kind of straddle and be like Ed Sheeran kind of put on his R&B hat a little bit in certain songs, and he can just continue go like completely pop, he's allowed to like do that.
He's white, so he's going to be mainstream.
Yeah.
So that's it. He's white. It's going to be mainstream. So it's like, you can be black and mainstream too, but people are going to more marginalize your genre and
try and put you in.
Yeah, because I mean, look at what happens to The Weeknd. He's a prime example of it. Like, he's not an R&B artist.
Yeah.
He's a pop star. Like,
if anything, his latest music has been
pop
as
it's
ever.
popular. It should be recognized as that, but I feel like it's just a way to.
He had the issue with that, isn't it? He had with them trying to box him in.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with Bree Runway. That's a pop star to me.
Yeah,
but I mean, I'm sure people will be calling her R&B, even though she might have R&B like influences, but it's pop. It's popular music.
Yeah.
So hey.
But that's the thing. Yeah, I guess that is the issue. Like people trying to box you in and not feeling comfortable enough to be able to like try other things.
Yeah.
But even like for someone like I remember like in the UK, I remember Chipmunk. Yeah. Chipmunk obviously started grime. And then he kind of did the pop thing a little bit.
He went to America.
He went to America.
With Kerry Hilson.
That song with Chris Brown, loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he did other things. And I remember when he came back.
Oopsie Daisy. That's
what I'm saying. He did that pop route, yeah. And when he came back, people were like, "Oh, you went pop though." Like people didn't
always made that. You see that you went pop argument is the most irritating argument. I swear to you.
But I think it's happened to so many. Dizzy Rascal went pop.
Dizzy
Tiny
Rascal-
Temple.
Yeah, but Dizzy
Tiny
Rascal
Temple
went
pop.
He went
pop.
People don't like you changing.
But Dizzy Rascal went from like literally boy in the corner and the ends with the hoodie on to like in that B4, let's have it, beers.
But people
drinks.
in general, people don't like when people like any artist does something that's not like the sound they started with.
Yeah.
Like fans just don't like it because they're like, this is what I know you for. But the thing is about the best artists who do is like an evolution of self. Do you know what I mean? Where like look at Beyonce. Beyonce's music's kind of like ranged.
Yeah.
Beyonce's music
Super
has changed over time. Like let's look at Dangerously in Love album compared to Lemonade. Let's even go back to I Am Sasha Fierce. There's a lot of pop tunes on there.
That first album, like it evolves. Like I just think listeners just have to be more open to allow them to evolve and cross genres, because it would be boring. Like imagine if we got like with Usher, we got another, what's that album called again? It's the most famous album.
Confessions.
Yeah, imagine we got like 3-4 confessions every single year. You'd be sick of it.
But I won't lie, with Beyonce, the only Beyonce songs I like are the ones where the R&B songs, the ones where she's pouring out her heart and talking. All the kind of if you like an Asian, I put Deja Vu, all those kind of tunes. I'm like,
Deja Vu is just one of her best songs.
It's
but some people, it's cool on the radio, but I'm not gonna ever play that. I'm not gonna go and play that.
I play it.
I like Deja Vu though.
I think
a Beyonce
production
fan.
based is sick.
Yeah,
like, I can listen to that in my headphones and hear.
Yeah, it's a good production.
No, it's crazy production, and I can
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. It's not a song that you would sit there and listen to.
I listen to that. Do you know what I mean? But like. Me, myself, and I. If I was a boy, like those sort of tunes there, I'm gonna go and play
If
that.
I was a boy, I thought Sierra's If I Was a Boy was much better. Her boy, what Sierra's one was harder.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, If I Was a Boy was annoying.
Do you know what?
That tune is cold.
Do you know what? There are a few Beyonce songs like If I Were a Boy, Ave Maria. Like I just feel like that's not me. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's a little bit too white, a bit mainstream, if I'm being honest.
Pop.
But you know, that's the
Pop,
thing about
yeah.
Beyonce. She's very versatile and she can transcend audiences.
I like
you know?
the skippy Beyonce, like when Beyonce like rap sings. I like that type of Beyonce.
So you like I'm Drunk in Love Beyonce?
Oh, I love that song. Do you know what song I also like?
That tune's cold.
Don't need to actually heard about us. No need to actually heard about
Oh
us.
yeah, on her
I love
album.
it.
The album with
because she's
yeah.
just such an amazing like vocal producer. Like she knows how to actually use her vocals and manipulate. Like I just like that Beyonce a lot.
thing
Even EXO was cold, even though it's a bit pop.
Yeah.
So that's just a nice. It's a good. It's a good hook.
Banger.
But I don't
you
like
know
the verse though. But the hook's nice.
I think
Nah,
Beyonce has come so far. Like she has literally pushed herself.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't just box herself in. She tries different things. Now she's doing a bit of the rap stuff. So you know, well, having said that, and if we're talking about not boxing yourself in, what other genres do you want to explore in your music so that you're not just boxing as an R&B
I like
singer?
house and garage. I do. I like house music. People always trying to use my voice for like house stuff or trying to sample me for stuff. Cause I like it.
I can see that rocking,
I like
actually.
it.
Yeah.
But you know, as more people hear more of me, you'll understand like, oh, this is how I like upbeat stuff too. And I like rap. I would love to like. I want to be that hook girl. I want to be on the hook. I always used to be like, remember who's this girl on the hook? But yeah, like I just love house. I like garage. I don't like pop that much, honestly. Like the melodies of pop are too boring for me personally.
Yeah.
But listen, I will do a rock. You know, like.
So have you got? Is there any kind of artist out there right now? Like I'm talking about the big artists. Like I'm talking about the big ones around the world. That you were like, oh, I would love to do a song with them, or like a small EP with them, or just connect to them because you feel their music and you think you'd have a good synergy with them.
Yeah, I would love to work with Labyrinth. Like
Really?
Labyrinth?
Yeah, I feel like the production would just be oof. I think we'll make some banging music. Neo too. I think I could just accompany her with some melodies.
Yeah.
I would like her Lucky Day. I'd love to work with Givian. A whole EP with that.
Givian.
I think we would make a
crazy.
sick EP.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
You gotta put it out there. You never know, man.
I've always wanted to work with Lauryn Hill, and I've always wanted to work with Jay-Z personally. I've always wanted to work with him. To be honest, I would work with Kanye West too.
I know.
Yeah.
I think he would stretch you as an artist.
I could imagine like
Yeah, he
working
would do some
production wise, but Pharrell too, I'd work with Pharrell.
Yeah.
But Tiana said I wasn't too happy with what Kanye did with that album.
He does take his time.
He starts doing weird things
Her
though.
album that she just released was dope though.
That was her best piece of work.
Yeah, crazy
Best
album.
piece of- but sometimes I feel that producers feel like they just own you. Like I remember Tink, she was literally working with Timbaland and she used to complain that Timbaland literally was just trying to push her as the new Aaliyah. She couldn't express herself. So I think sometimes with producers, they're just so ingrained in what they do and what they see
Especially
Mm.
for
when
you.
they're big and they've got a big name
when they've got a big following.
catalogue. Yeah.
The experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's what happens. Like people fall in love with the idea that
Yeah.
they have of you, or they sometimes have their own vision rather than just accepting you for who you are and allowing you to be free. It's natural to do that. It's like even we do it with producers sometimes. Like they want you've done one banging hit and they keep you in that genre. Just keep making.
Yeah, they
keep
keep
making
going. Yeah, for that.
this style.
Because as far as they're concerned, if it's not broken, then
Don't fix it.
Fix it.
Dangerous saying.
So talk to us about your song with Annie and Peng Black Girls. Like talk to us about how that kind of came about and like
It's a long story. So right, so let me just try and rewind. So Peng Black Girls, we met because my sister, she's a playwright, screenwriter. She had a film school, and I was just one of like the people that worked at the film school. And basically, Annie was one of the students. And then after the class, we'd just be freestyling and stuff. And that's how I found out she could rap. I was like, oh my gosh, like you're incredible, because you're so quiet. She was like just so quiet. So we were just kept in touch and stuff. And she just asked me, hey Amia, I have this song, I'm doing an EP. Can you help me do a hook? And it was a completely different chorus.
So she came up with the chorus.
Yeah,
And
so
then,
she had a whole like the verses, but she just needed someone to do the hook.
oh, okay, fine.
So I wrote a whole different hook back then. I don't even know what year this was. Maybe 2018. Maybe I can't remember. And then it was recently. When did this song come out? 2019. What year are we in?
2021.
So Peng Black Girls came out in 2020, right? So 2019,
And then-
she reached out to me
Okay,
again, and she was like, "Oh, we think we should. I want to do it like more upbeat, and make it more like catchy or whatever." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll come to the studio." So I just did a whole new chorus, the chorus that you guys know now. And then from there it was like, "Oh, the song's been signed. Oh, we're gonna do a video." I'm like, "Oh,
Oh wait, so she wasn't signed when you originally thought about?
No.
Okay, so as soon as when she's got the song done and started putting it out, then she got signed.
No, so they pitched the song out to different people.
Okay,
and then it
okay.
got signed. So that song got signed.
Before we get into like the whole remix and controversy around that, talk to us about the visuals, because obviously that came out end of last year.
Yes,
and there's like a real celebration of, you know, black women, different culture, shades. So talk to us a bit about that and kind of like the idea and even the experience.
Yeah, it was, I think she kind of came up with the concept and gave it to Otis, Dominic, who was the director. So she kind of had like an idea for her treatment. I think he was the one director that really was able to like capture it and understand what she wanted to do. I showed up. She just showed up. She's like, yeah, we're gonna do a video. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna do the video.
Was that your first video?
Yeah, I've never been in the video. I'm like, oh my gosh, don't want to be on screen. Anyway, and then I just came and like she told me like I saw the treatment. I thought, oh, this is gonna be good. Like this is gonna be really cool. I asked my mom, do you want to be in the video? She's like, yeah. So
where is your mum in the video?
She's wearing the blue.
Oh, so when they're in the house and they're all like on the
little lady, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So she was like, yeah, of course. And it was just a nice day, really. It was just a really good day. Like our parents were happy, our sisters was happy. Like that was the first scene we actually shot in Annie's living room. So yeah.
And so you actually wrote the okay, and then that song got picked up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, like, fast forward, then it was late last year.
Yeah, I think it was like end of, I can't remember. It's all a blur, really, but I think it was like December is when I think.
Is that when the Colours
the
came
Colours
out?
performance came out. So the remix was actually out before then. I don't think many people knew that.
Oh, the remix was out?
Yeah, it was.
So how did you find out that, obviously, going forward on the remix, someone else was going to be replacing you?
So it was just before the video that I was told that it was going to have, I didn't know who it was going to be. I just knew there was going to be a remix and someone else was going to be on the remix. So then, so just before the video.
Did you question, like, why?
Nah, I just was at home like, oh, snap. Because to me, it's just like, remixes always are going to be like an artist, like a big artist. If you can't tell me, then it must be someone big. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, sugar, it's just going to overshadow it. Like, oh no, they're not going to remember the original. Yeah. That's what I was thinking at the time.
But you know, people are always talking about the original as well.
Thankfully. I think the video defo connected. And I mean, the song in general, people really connected with it. Maybe if there was more space between the original and the remix, 'cause I think it was like October, November, December. Maybe there's a bit more space. Maybe if it came out in January, maybe people feel different.
Like, and the thing is about the remix, I think the remix is sick as well. Like, amazing. I think I can understand why they put someone like Jorja on there. I can completely understand, and I get it. And they're on the same, Annie and Jorja on the same label, so it completely makes sense. I get that. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, because I didn't even know you at the time. But as soon as I saw it, I was just like, where's the girl from the original? Like, why is she not on there? 'Cause I feel like you could have easily had all three.
Especially as it's a song about embracing black women. So, you know, all different shades, different people. Why does it only have to be two representations of that?
So what was your thought process after that? When you deeped it, it's like, oh, right, like, I'm not on there. I'm not part of this. And this would have been obviously a good look for you. Like, how did you feel then?
From when before the video, I knew that I wasn't going to be in it. So I was already like, oh, that sucks. So I already felt like that. Like any artist, you want to be on the remix, and like especially if someone's gonna still sing the chorus. Yeah, you're like, it was even more like, damn, y'all. But then I think for me, because I had that time already. By the time everybody else was reacting, I've already had my moment. Yeah, I already had my
Did you speak to Annie about it?
No, I didn't actually tell her at the time. Actually, I did mention it once, but I spoke to my friends and family more. And like I kind of just processed it beforehand, but also I was kind of gearing up for Sweet Love coming out at the same time. So I was just focused on like, let's just get through with this, and then just carry on. Basically, just keep making music, keep going.
But these are the sort of things that happen in the industry, innit? It's all, sometimes it's about politics and what makes sense and what they think might sell more, or what, do you know what I mean, bringing more traction. So it's just understanding the game, like the industry.
It is. I think what it is just more so. I think it's the content of what the song is about. I think if it was in any other song, maybe people wouldn't care. No, definitely. But it was just because of the content of the song and what people felt like it represented. Yeah. And for some people, that song didn't represent someone like Jorja Smith. Even though Annie was including all women, for a lot of people, it's like, I don't... Because the word Peng is often associated with women of lighter complexion.
Yeah.
So when it's like about... They saw... in their mind, this is about black women, so women who are often marginalised or not, or told they are undesirable.
The ones that aren't often celebrated.
Which is the dark-skinned black girls.
And that's the thing, when it came out on Twitter, obviously some of the things that Jorja was saying in there about the issues she was going through, a lot of black girls, and obviously I didn't get involved because I don't want no trouble in it, but like, I don't want no trouble, but I was just reading it, and a lot of black girls, maybe with darker complexions, were saying, you don't go through that. Like, don't act like you kind of go through that. You don't. You're cool.
Yeah.
You're the one that they champion and say, I want this. I want. Do you know what I mean? So you don't really know what that's like. But then also, I guess it's not fair to say to her that she hasn't gone through certain things, because she might have gone through certain things.
I mean, there are women who of light complexion who go through like issues due to colorism too. Like there's things that happen.
Yeah, it's not fair.
But I think, and everybody's experience is valid. Whatever's happened to you, I think, but more so, people want to be able to tell their own stories.
Of course.
And people want to be able to see themselves. And so often we know that with if you're a darker woman, like there's 10 times difficult, and we're still breaking down
those walls, those barriers.
We're still breaking down those issues. Like, it still happens. Like, people still have these stigmas against black women. Black women still feel this. We're just grown up right now. We're just in our 20s.
You just don't know how to deal with it in a better way.
So I just think for them, that was what it was. It was just like, when I saw this video, the two people that I saw, and from the words, it made me feel seen.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, you brought the song on an even bigger platform. And I think even what was quite crazy about it was even how kind of the blogs and people on TikTok, because obviously Jorja is such a big artist, they just assumed it was her song. So it kind of just proved what these people were saying even more.
It's
so
the
like,
bias, isn't it? It's the bias of, having a lighter skin. It's just kind of, they automatically receive, or shall I say, attribute that bias that they have. So
And even when I saw snippets on social media, they were snipping it and only showing Jorja's bit and not even Annie's bit.
And I think
that was crazy.
Yeah,
as well.
some people in the industry would be like, "Oh, just because she's the big artist," and I think that's all fooey. That's all crap. I think it highlights what the actual true issue is, and I think the true issue isn't Jorja, Annie, Amia. It's not the actual individuals, but it's the problem on a whole that we have in society.
It's bigger than just that song and just those people. Do you know what I mean?
1000%.
And the song that Annie put out, like, song's crazy, do you know what I mean? The song is an amazing song, and Jorja did amazing as well. It would have been nice to have you on the colours, just for you to have that platform and get the traction and all that stuff as well.
It's a very ironic situation, isn't it? So how do you feel? Do you think colorism in the industry is getting better? Do you think there are more representations of darker skinned girls, brown skinned girls, and we're kind of moving in the right direction? Yeah,
it's, even in America, you see it like Flo Milli and all these young girls that are coming through. These black girls. It's so I'm just so happy, and I think we live in the world now, innit? You can't. Everyone has a voice now.
People's coming for your neck now.
Yeah, there's a platform. You can't do what you want anymore, or just like not show us. We're gonna. And personally for me, I know going forward, I learned such a big lesson from the situation. And I know I never want to make anyone I work with, and I want to make sure that women like me are seen, period.
Yeah.
So you're just going to keep seeing black, I mean, you saw it in Sweet Love, you're just going to see black people all the time, in my opinion, personally.
With it being that you wrote the chorus, how did that work in the business side of things? Like when?
Oh no, it's defo sorted. Like everything was always sorted beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so you make sure you get your coins. And
it's part of the discussion. It's always the difficult discussion. It's a hard one to have, but it's something that I've always been mindful of anyway. So it was always discussed beforehand. Like
Oh, okay.
You always sort out your paperwork, your lawyers, your royalties.
But like, is that hard sorting out paperwork before you know how well the song's gonna do? Because
it's the most, like, you just do it essentially. Like, some people, that's the thing, like, people want you to kind of just do things for free, and just to do things and be like, we'll return the favour in the future. But I don't operate like that. The reason why I don't operate like that is because I don't believe in handshake with people, because a handshake doesn't actually mean anything. Life changes, things change, you change, I change. So in music, it's a business, so it should be done on paper, and we should done legally. And I feel like, if you're an artist, just do it the right way. Make sure
you do it the right way.
Yeah, because even when you think you know someone, like, I've worked with this producer my whole life, I can just put out this song. No, you can't. You need to get his permission. You need to make sure that he's credited for it. Like, there's a way of working that we have to adopt. So, yeah.
To make things, I heard that. Especially because, as well, like, imagine someone that is your friend, you're working with them, and all of a sudden they get signed to a label, and now they just can't make music with you anymore. but there's certain things we've done together in the past, and now that can't come out because they're not allowed to. So even if the person wanted to do that favour for you, they might not even be able to because of their contractual situation.
Exactly, you just don't know. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen. So why you have to protect yourself, and especially when you're an independent and you don't have a backing of people, you have to make sure you're even on point 10 times more, because you get exploited in every way.
So just to round up, because we've been going for quite a while.
I have a quick question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh gosh, I see myself as being one of the biggest artists, period.
Amen.
I see hopefully 2 albums, 2 solid
God,
bodies of
girl.
work.
Come on.
2.
Yeah.
I mean 3, but 2. Because I don't think I'm going to be an every year person, but 2 solid bodies of work. I want to make soundtracks. I love soundtracks, yeah.
A good soundtrack can help a film.
Yeah, I really
There's
want
some great
to.
films.
Yeah.
That's where I
Great
see myself,
soundtrack.
and hopefully, some Grammys and some awards under my
Amen.
belt
Speaking
too.
to existence, girl.
Listen.
Oh, and I hope to start my own, like some sort of, whether it's a label, whether it's a publishing company, something. Yeah.
And you got new music coming out.
Yes. I've been working.
Do we have any dates in the
I'm so
pipeline?
excited about it. Honestly, like
No, that's
it's
sick.
on its
great.
way. It's on its way. It's cooking up. We're almost finished, I think. This new single will be out soon, before summer, already, for sure.
It's going to be on Spotify, right?
Oh yeah, the whole works.
Yeah, cool. So the latest tune out now is obviously Sweet
Sweet
Love.
Love, yeah.
So
Sweet
people make
Love.
sure like you stream that and
Watch
keep
the
that.
video too.
Watch the
guys.
video.
Very sweet.
So let our viewers know where they can find you on socials.
You can find me on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter, Amia_Brave or Amia Brave. Yeah, I'm on there.
Fantastic.
Can we have the link to your SoundCloud?
Oh my god, it's Amia Brave on SoundCloud.
Okay.
You can definitely go on there.
But thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, guys.
much. I hope you enjoyed talking
Thank
with
you.
us
I
as much
did.
as we had.
I really
enjoyed chatting with you today.
Yeah, this is our first ever episode.
History, guys.
Like literally first ever episode. So like we're just happy that you came, spent time with us, and just like because we just want to talk about music and get into stuff and kind of nitty gritty.
We don't want it to just be like questions, you know
No,
what I
I
mean?
loved it,
Like,
guys.
So-
It was really good.
So thank you so much, guys, for watching. This is our first ever visual episode with the lovely Amia Brave. This episode is episode 4 from our podcast as well. Anthony Hamilton, coming from where I'm from. So make sure you continue to listen to us on all the relevant platforms, and obviously check us out and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, because we've got more content coming for you.
and that's at Trackrecrd.
At Trackrecrd.
Trackrecrd.
What she said.